Just conferring with Dr. Hefner, I mentioned to my chair, it seemed to get to this point every time, and one of the big things we wanted to do tonight, we didn't get to last time, was our new design and construction. I have a suggestion at the pleasure of the board at this point, after allotting an hour and 15 minutes, we have 15 minutes left, and that's, in my opinion, not going to do it justice, but I would entertain the motion that we handle the rest of our agenda, which fairly quickly should be able to go on and vote any time remaining, which will be certainly longer than 15 minutes to the update of the design and construction. So, board, that pleasure of the board, that's what we do.
You're saying go to the other agenda items and then come back to that to get more time to that? Okay, because I do have questions.
And we put a time on it, and I know these others will take time to cover this through that. So the board, we don't have to take a vote, is the rest of the board okay with that? Surely at the end of our board, right now for this, which is 15 minutes.
Well, I think the construction update is important, especially with the crowd that we have here, so if we can get to that at the end, that's great.
That was the whole purpose of what I just mentioned. If not, we can give it 15 minutes, and that's not, I don't think that's the act. Dr. Hefner's, this is his turn, and he said he's okay with that. Everybody okay with that? Yes, ma'am.
Are we going to do public participation now, or?
I think we should take everything that's left and come back to you design for the term. Yes, ma'am.
Do we have many people signed up for public
I
participation?
think we have one person.
Why don't we just do that?
We're going to do from 9 through the end. And then whatever time's left, we're going to put on new design and construction. So we don't have more than 15 minutes, and that's all we got. That makes sense to you? I think that's what we need to do.
You know, put public participation very.
No, we're going to do it right now. We're going to item number 9. All we're doing is skipping 8G. We're coming back to that. And Mr. Kelsey, I'm sorry, but I want to give your folks to come twice. We'll give them time, and I know there's a lot of questions. So you'll bear with us. We're going to go through these and we'll get right to these. So that will take us to public participation, item 9. We have one person signed up to speak. I'll tell you that the board welcomes and encourages public participation, includes an opportunity at every meeting for the public to speak. We ask that you adhere to the procedures and the form provided in the board policy DEPH. Public participation in meetings, we ask that you sign up, which this person has done, and provide your name, address, and copy of the meeting. And questions asked during public participation, give to Mr. Price, who will answer. Any comments, questions, opinions, or appreciate which should always be presented in that respect. And dignity for the entire board and community. Personal attacks on members of the community board will not be tolerated. So, thank you very much. We have Mr. Albert Boyner. Did you have? We have Mr. Albert Boyner.
Nice to be back. Excuse my tire. I didn't plan to speak at first, but I had to after reading those articles. Dr. Kimmel, thank you, because you know you have a right to defend yourself and your own personal integrity. But this was an attack on you and your skills as a CFO, which are unchallenged by the business community. And just the fact that the question is being asked of you tonight about an audit, which I've been dealing with audits for 20 plus years, is the single most expensive thing that we go through as an organization is an audit, and anything you do to move it up or to provide more or whatever she was looking to do, just calls additional tax numbers. And those editorials were an attack on and actually everybody's sitting up here, and it continues to be mounted because you know I read the depositions, Mr. White. I keep reading depositions, and it's amazing how a board member is soliciting, writing, recruiting individuals to file appeals, to write letters. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if you can have these letters to this particular board. So please, Dr. Kimmel, you do a great job. you're a PhD, the folks, you know, that's a lot of work, there's a lot of experience. I know when you came here, we were in bad shape. And we did not have the right reporting tools, and now we do. And thank you for what you do. And thank you for defending yourself, because it would have been a disappointment if you hadn't defended yourself and defended the school district for what they're doing today. Because we are doing the right things. And I forgot what they quoted you, Dr. Hector. It's don't hide behind it. It's for the students. Please keep doing it for the students, because that's why we're all here. And it was really nice being part of that foundation. It was really nice for the first time in 6 years to be a part of something positive for the school district and for the students. And guess who didn't show up? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Mr. Ed Yates has asked to speak. Mr. Yates, the same rules apply. Probably nobody would like to speak, but I ask you to keep it in very professional. Thank you.
I'm not a public speaker. I got interested in looking at the finances of District 5, and they put the information on the website. Dr. Fulmer kind of made a fool out of me by saying, it wasn't me, it was Inc. If you go back and if you look at what's on the website, the word is me, not Inc. I called and talked to Dr. Fulmer. How many times did we talk, Carl? 4 or 5 times on the phone? Get in your office. We have asked for explanations on a lot of these expenditures. I wrote the school district and said, could we come up and take a look at vouchers? Could we take a look at the Visa card expenditure? I received a letter from Buddy Price saying, no, this information is not going to be made available to the public. I'm 70 years old. I took a look at the information that they put on the website to protect you and me. It's kind of ironic that they say, if it's not tax dollars, it doesn't matter. Well, believe me, all of us are paying, whether it's tax dollars or federal dollars, state dollars, coming into us in the form of a grant. You and I and all of us are going to pay for it. The state passed a law putting all this information on the website in every school district. All we were doing is asking questions as to how is some of this money being spent. We will continue to look at it. We'll continue to question the expenditures in Atlanta, the expenditures in Hilton Head, Myrtle Beach, and alike. And we will bring this out to the public so they know where their money is being spent. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them after the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Yates. And that will conclude our public participation. And we thank all those people that spoke. Take us to item number 10, which is the items considered executive session. Ms. Watson.
I move that we approve the items, the selected employment items as shown in Exhibit A.
Second, Ms. Bumgarner, second. All those in favor? Passes 5-1. 5-1 abstention. All right, that takes us to item number 11, which is Aiken Elementary School additional scope. Mr. McAllister, talk to us about Exhibit F.
I would respectfully request that you allow me to add walls to the media center at Chapin Elementary School. We have a budget of around $100,000. I would say a budget of $100,000. I don't think it would cost that much to overrun, but we feel like this will be instructionally sound within the city. Principal and media specialists both here, everyone approached me with it. It's a new type of wall system where it's actually constructed off-site and erected on-site. It's a bonding system. That's what you see. It's aluminum storefronts with glass and wood veneer. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. McAllister, is this part, can you explain where the money is coming from to pay this?
This will be part of what's left in the bond money that's approved for checking elementary school.
Okay, so it's the remaining from, it was designated for Chapin Elementary
Yes,
School.
ma'am.
Okay, so I guess that's because we got great bids.
Yeah,
we put it out, so
we've been able to do a lot of things that need to be done, yes, ma'am.
that's really benefited all those students and faculty together. They appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Would you consider this a change order?
More change of scope, it's probably a change order, yes, ma'am. We intend to use an on-site contractor, what we just call it change of scope. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason that we didn't have this in advance, like it normally happens when we have major expenditures to discuss? It wasn't on the agenda the last meeting.
No, ma'am, it was something we were talking about, but it was something that came up. We were actually a little pressed for time. It came up. We addressed on it. It's got a quote on about what we thought it would do to do it. We were trying to do it over Christmas holidays. We can go another meeting, but then that's going to make it summer before we get it.
Mark, I'll tell you.
The essence of time as much as anything else. This is an opportunity to do it over Christmas holidays. Not that.
I will tell you that the board officers were made aware of this, and the truth that part of the reason for this is the great reception of what's happened at Lee Park.
That was, I think, what spurred the principal on. She made a tour of, Ms. Wilson made a tour of Lee Park Elementary, saw what we had done with the media center there. And I think, and truthfully, to be honest with you, not that I would predict the future, but I would imagine that Parks West, Nursery Road, some of the other folks are going to have walls around their media center. It's hard to have quiet reading time in the library when you don't have walls and you get kids up and down the hall. So,
Aren't
great
children supposed
concept.
to be quiet?
Ma'am? Oh, yes.
Children supposed to be
But they're
quiet?
also children.
I
Well,
think it's a
you know,
great
it's-
idea. I just, I'm a little concerned that it was popped
That,
up.
and I apologize for that. The truth of the matter is, they hit me with it. I looked for a way to try and do it as quickly as we could. And this was a method that we felt like is a way of the future. And we could get that over Christmas if we were able to.
Yes, I don't think that this is really that unusual. For years and years and years, if we have something that needs to be done at the time, it is included in our board packets, especially a purchase like this. It is not a policy, it is a purchase, and if you're using bond referendum money that's already been decided upon, voted upon, then I think it's incumbent of our administrators to bring it to us in a timely fashion. So this is really, I've seen this for years, and we get our board packet on Thursday afternoon. We have plenty of time to look at it, call, ask questions if we want to. So I think, Mr. McAllister, you're exactly right. Bring it to us when you did, so we can take care of it over the holidays.
To be honest with you, Ms. Watson, most of it lacked courage, because when I sat down in the media center and met with Ms. Kristen Lawson back there, media specialist, I saw the excitement in her eyes.